Hey guys, it's Rose with Rose Likes Crochet. How is everybody doing? It is Thursday, July 17th, 2025, and I am coming on here with another yarn yakking video for July. So for those of you who are new here, my name is Rose. I like to crochet. I like yarn a lot. You'll see that in this video. And I make stitch markers along with other items. You can find those in my Etsy shop. It's linked down below in the description box. If you could favorite the shop and favorite a few items, it really does help me out a whole lot, and I do appreciate it. So yarn yakking videos are me talking about if I have any happy mail, which I do as donations. If I've been yarn shopping, and yes, I have, and if I have any finished objects. And I will actually show you a finished object here kind of towards the beginning of the video. And then if we have time, I'll show you some at the end also. So we'll do some admin stuff first. If you go down below, there are links for the Facebook group that you can join. You have to answer 3 questions. You can follow me on Instagram at Roselikescrochet, and that is attached to a Facebook business page. So you can follow that over there as well. I would appreciate that. The only other thing is my Etsy shop. So again, that's linked down below, and there is a spring shop where you can get Rose Likes Crochet merchandise. All right, so there's going to be 2 other things we're going to talk about for most of the year. The first thing is called Random Acts of Crochet Kindness, and the other thing is going to be our Generous Crafters donations. So we're going to go to our Random Acts of Crochet Kindness first. So every month I'm having a contest, and we're just doing this for fun. It's basically, if you want to participate, you can. My contest involves you making the items, sending me a picture of your items, letting me know how many items you made and where you left them. And then at the end of every month, I'm going to have a little contest, draw a name, and you'll win a little ball of yarn, a stitch marker, and some stickers. So Random Acts of Crochet Kindness, they can be anything. Honestly, people leave things all over the place all the time, but I'm picking surprise items, I guess random items from a bag at the beginning of every month. And for the month of July, our item was an angel. So if you want to enter my contest, like I said, all you have to do is send me that email, and then you'll be entered in my contest. And I am going to tell you that I did make an angel today. I know it's kind of late in the month, but I've been busy with some other things. So I tried one tutorial. I watched one tutorial and it seemed a little complicated to me. So then I found another tutorial, and I know you guys have sent me some tutorials also, but I'm going to tell you the one that I used that I liked is called a Crochet Angel Applique, and it is here on YouTube by Happy Berry Crochet. So I'll link that down below in the description box. And I think she uses DK yarn with, I don't know, like a 3.5mm hook. Man, I don't do that. So I did mine in 4-weight yarn. It was a Hobby Lobby sparkle yarn, and I used a 5mm hook. So it came out kind of big, but that's okay. And I only made one because I'm not sure I like the pattern. So I know I only have like 2 weeks before the end of the month. But you know, there's no limit on how many Random Acts of Crochet Kindness you have to leave every month. You don't even have to leave any. I just think this is a fun thing to do. It's exciting to leave them somewhere and to see if, I mean, you'll never really know unless you stand there and watch if someone picks them up, but it would be really cool to have someone pick it up and get a smile on their face. So I'm also a member of the Random Acts of Crochet Kindness Facebook group, and they have little printouts that you can use to put in with your Random Acts of Crochet Kindness, and they also have patterns there also. So I'm just going to show you my little angel. There you go. It was super easy to do. So again, it's called the Crochet Angel Applique from Happy Berry on YouTube. I'll link it down below. And I liked it enough that I might do another couple. My goal is to do 10 a month, so I really need to get going on this. So there is my one angel for the month so far. If I make any more, I will let you guys know. Okay, so that's it for Random Acts of Crochet Kindness. Before I get into the Generous Crafters, which is something we're going to talk about in detail, I do have 11 donations, by the way. I do want to show you that I placed an order for, I don't remember if I think I did. I told you guys that I went and bought these little things for my hair scrunchies, And what I wanted to do with these is, so what you do is you fold it and you put the hair scrunchie in there, inside there, and then you can hang it because I have a new hanging rack. So what I wanted to do, because these are just plain, is I wanted to do something with my logo on it, and I want to show you what I purchased. So there's a company called Vistaprint. I'm not affiliated with them. You can just Google them or type it in your search. And I get my business cards from there. I've got my banner for my booth from there. I think I've gotten a couple other things from there, but I don't remember. And I was on their site and they had stickers. So I ordered a couple sheets of stickers. They were kind of expensive. And let me just see here. I'll show you the stickers. So they came in a sheet like that. And I think I have like three sheets of stickers. And I wanted to see what it would look like on this thing. And this is what it's going to look like with the, well, and there's going to be a scrunchie hanging off of it. So that is one of the things that I purchased from Vistaprint. I realized how expensive they were, and I actually just ordered different ones from Amazon. I ordered them yesterday. So as soon as those come in, I will show you. This is only 1.5 inches wide. And this is like the logo I use on everything. So that's really all I wanted on there. So I got those, and I will use those. And the only other thing that I purchased from Vistaprint, and normally I get my t-shirts from my spring shop, but they had a t-shirt sale at Vistaprint. So I got, I got a Roselikescrochet t-shirt, and I'm digging it because it's purple. And I do have a 3-day craft fair in August, and I only have 2 shirts that have Roselikescrochet on it. So I figured I would try the shirts from Vistaprint and see how they are. So that is all of my, I guess, logo purchases. So I am going to tell you a little bit about the generous crafters. So for anyone who's new here, for this channel, we usually have a charity that we help every year. And this year it is a charity called the Generous Crafters. And we are kind of doing the same thing that we did the past couple years, where I have a certain item every month that you can send in, and those will go to the Generous Crafters. So there's a link for the blog for the Generous Crafters down below. They have updated it. And I'm going to tell you that there are certain items that they want every month. So for this month, which is the month of July, they were looking for shawls. And then for August, which we're going to talk about, they're looking for loveys. And if you're not sure what a lovey is, go check out my Etsy shop. I have tons of loveys. And amigurumi no larger than 12 to 14 inches. And they just added mobius fidgets to that. So there is a pattern for a mobius fidget down below. And I am going to do something special for August for loveys, but I'm not going to talk about it until probably the first week of the beginning of August. But it's going to be a fun collaboration between you and me. And if you were here last year, you know what that was, and it's going to be the same kind of thing. So besides that, the list is down below in the description box, and it's also featured in the Facebook group if you want to go and check out the list to see what else they're looking for. There are 2 items that they will accept up until October. We are only doing this through October, you guys. The first thing is it is a 6-inch, but we're not going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that in a second. The first thing is something called a prayer square. So this is knit, this is crochet, and this is sewn. These are 3x4, and this is a 3x3. And the knit one, you don't have to worry about putting a charm. They will do that. For the crochet one, you can do it plain without this bobble stitching. And for the square, they will put the charm on there. So if you don't want to put a cross there, they will print the prayer in non-denominational format. So those you can send anytime through the end of October. So 3x4 or 3x3 prayer squares. And I think there's a link for the pattern on this in the blog. The other thing that you can send anytime up through the end of October is 6-inch granny squares. And if you saw the video last week, you will have seen a picture of a granny square blanket that me, Paula, Philip, and Carolyn put together from your squares that were donated. So super duper exciting. They're making some beautiful items with your 6-inch squares. So that's what we're going to talk about now. I have 11 donations. Don't worry, it's going to go by quick. And then I have some shopping I need to tell you about. Okay, so the first donation that I have, oh, and by the way, this was on the envelope for my first donation. It says Cat House. So if you would like to send donations and you have a kitty cat at home, it's totally fine. Just leave me a note that you have a cat, and if you can put your items in a plastic baggie, that way I don't open them up, that would be amazing. Okay, so the first package that I have here is from Suzanne, and she is from New Jersey, and it even says Cat House in the card. So look at that beautiful card. Look, and in the card, there's a little calendar for your wallet. Thank you so much. I might have to give this to my daughter. She loves turtles. I hope that might be okay. So let's see what Suzanne says. She says, "Hi Rose, enclosed are some shawls that were given to me to donate. I made the prayer squares and the granny squares. Regards, Suzanne." Okay, so she didn't say if the shawls, she said the shawls were given to her. She didn't say if those were from a cat house, so I'm not gonna open them up. I really wish I could because they look beautiful. So I'm gonna show you the first one, at least through the plastic. Oh my goodness, it's so beautiful. It's like shimmery material. This is the next one. I know that the generous crafters will open them up and look at them and probably post pictures, but I am not going to be doing that just because I am not sure if there is cats in that house. That one is gorgeous too. It's like this gold leaf. Oh my gosh, so pretty. Suzanne, whoever gave these to you, please tell them thank you so much. Oh my gosh, I want to open them up so badly. Okay, and then this last one is super heavy. And it's hard to see what pattern it is. It looks like it's like a really dark burgundy. So I'm gonna let the generous crafters go ahead and open that up when I give them to them. The next thing I'm gonna show you from Suzanne are some prayer squares. So there are the prayer squares in there. And remember, she said she had a cat, so I'm not going to open them up, but I see quite a few in there. So thank you so much. And then we have granny squares. Oh my gosh. So here are the granny squares from Suzanne. They are so pretty. You can see how many there are there. Thank you so much, Suzanne, for sending these granny squares. It's been fun, like donating them and seeing what the generous crafters are able to put together with like all the squares that you guys send in. So thank you again, Suzanne. I really appreciate it. Okay, the next two are actually from my good friends here, my local friends, Paula and Carolyn. Let me grab them real quick. Hang on. All right, you guys. So Carolyn handed me these two bags, and I think this bag, and there's 2 shawls in here. And I am positive these are from Paula because I remember her talking about this one. And Paula has a kitty cat, and the cat likes to sit in her lap while she's working on stuff. So I'm not going to open up this bag, but you can see the stitching on that one. So Paula, thank you so much for the shawls for the generous crafters. And then this one Carolyn gave me. I dropped it. All right, so here is the one that Carolyn gave me. It is super duper long. Look at that, you guys. It's purple, it's beautiful. Here, I'll just show you guys close up. Let me fold this one in half a little bit here, and I'll show you the pattern. And there you go. So Carolyn, thank you so much for another shawl. She turned in, oh, you know what? There's a keyhole in there. Look at that. Is that a shawl, or is it one of those that you put over your head? Nope, I don't know. That's a keyhole because that's the, okay. You guys, apparently I'm having issues with this. Carolyn, let me know if that's what it is. It's like a keyhole so you can like hold on to it, right? So you can tuck it in. All right, we'll figure that one out. So Carolyn and Paula, thank you so much for donating the shawls. I really appreciate it. Okay, so the next box that I have here is from Patty, and she is from something called Nana's Cozy Crochet. And all over her letter here, she says no cats. So she does have her Etsy name here, Nana's Cozy Crochet 7, and she's on Facebook also. So I will link her Etsy shop down below in the description box. And here's her note. Rose, enclosed, please find 40 granny squares, 12 prayer squares, 13 adult bamboo chemo hats, and 5 child bamboo chemo hats for the generous crafters. Hope this helps with your donation collection drive. Thanks, from Patty. Oh my gosh. Okay, so just so you guys know, chemo hats were, what month are we in? July. They were in June, but it's totally okay to send something from previous months, just so you guys know. So let me get her stuff out of the box. Hang on. All right, you guys, are you ready? Okay, so she had them all in individual baggies, but we've got prayer squares here. She's got 4 of those, 4 of that color, and 4 of this color. So thank you so much for the prayer squares, Patty. Those are amazing. And then we have granny squares, you guys, and she's got them in separate bags. So I'm going to make sure I put them back in the separate bags because I think they're different. They might be different material. So maybe that's why she did that. Okay, so we have these right here. This said 10 granny squares. So there are 4 of this color. And then there are 4 of the pink. And this is really super soft, you guys. And then there are 2 like that. And then in the next bag, see, I think these are this is the same yarn. There are 10 more granny squares. So there are 4 of this color. And then there are 6 of this variegated color right here. And these are all super soft. I bet you that's Karen Simply Soft. Let me know, Patty. And then the next bag said 10 granny squares. So we have, let me see, this is like the same color as this. So we've got 3 of those. We've got 3 of, well, I don't know, maybe they're different shades. 3 of those. Oh, maybe it's like an ombre yarn or something. And 3 of those. And then in the next bag, we've got 2 of these green ones, 2 of these orange ones. We've got these really cool fluorescent ones. We've got a really pretty pink one, that one, and then these, and that is the retro stripes for sure. And then we have the hats. So we have 4 bamboo chemo hats here. So I'm going to show you guys them. They're super duper soft. Patty, what yarn did you use? It's so soft. There's another one. There is that one. And then she had another bag that had 8 hats in it. These are cotton, bamboo. Let me see, what does it say? Oh, 8 bamboo chemo hats and 1 cotton hat. Ooh, these are so nice. So Patty, what pattern did you use? Because these are just beautiful and they're super duper soft. I think I have like a couple balls of something that's like a true boo or a bamboo that I bought specifically for the chemo hats, and then I never got a chance to make them. So I would love to know the pattern on that. Oh my gosh, look at this one. So pretty. Wow. Okay, and then we have a bag that said 5 bamboo chemo hats for children. So there's that one, which is so sad, right? But we got to keep their little heads warm too. There's that one, and that one, and that one. So Patty, thank you so much for sending all of these beautiful hats and the granny squares and the prayer squares. I really do appreciate it. Let me know if this is all Karen Simply Soft, and let me know if you have a pattern for the hat. I really do appreciate it. That's just amazing. All right, so we have 2 more boxes that came from the post office, and then the other ones will go very quickly, I promise you. Hang on just a second. All right, you guys, the next box came from Cheryl, and she's from Michigan, and she says, no cats in my house. I really would love a cat, but that's not going to happen in my lifetime. She says, hi, Rose. I hope you and your daughter are having a great summer. It's super hot here in Chicago, hot and humid, so it's good, but it's hot. She says, enclosed are some 6-inch squares made from scraps and 4 shawls. Okay, so I'm going to show you the squares. And she said she made them all from scraps, and they're beautiful. So these 2 are the same, and that one's a little bit different. I love them. Then we've got some pink, 2 more pink. They're so pretty. Oh, I love that. Look at this, you guys. Oh my gosh. They are beautiful. Thank you so much, Cheryl. Okay, she says 3 of the shawls are made from Karen Skinny Cakes. 2 are a basic granny pattern, and the other one is the Cakes and Candles pattern from the Secret Yarnery. Okay, so I have made the Cakes and Candles pattern from the Secret Yarnery, and that would be this one. She doesn't say which color this is on the Karen Skinny Cake, but look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh my gosh, it's beautiful. The Cakes and Candles shawl pattern was really, really fun to make too. So I highly recommend that from the Secret Yarnery. Then she said the other 2 were just basic granny triangle shawls. So I will show you. Wow, look at that. Oh my goodness, Cheryl, these are just beautiful. Looks like you use like a really tiny hook. I cheat when I make my shawls, and I use like a 5mm hook. Let me know what shawl what size hook you guys use when you make your shawls. And then this is the other granny one made from a Karen Skinny Cake. So let me show you guys this one. Oh, and I love the border on this one. I'll show you guys that up close. Look at that. Is that just one skinny cake? That's just amazing. I have a ton of skinny cakes. I need to start making some more shawls. So here is the border on that. She did a picot border. Oh my gosh, Cheryl, these are gorgeous. So let's see what she says about the other shawl in here. I'm so blessed that you guys are sending your gorgeous shawls for the Generous Crafters. She said the 4th shawl is made from a cotton mill end cake from Hirschner's. The pattern is Klazima, not sure how to pronounce that, Klaziena. And she said it is by Kristen Bishop. It is a free pattern on Ravelry. Thanks for all your work on donating these items. Take care, from Cheryl. Okay, so let's check this out. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, are you guys ready? Wow, holy mackerel, that is beautiful. Oh my gosh, I know you guys can see that. That is absolutely gorgeous, Cheryl. Oh my gosh, I need to go find that pattern because that is beautiful. That's absolutely beautiful. Someone is going to feel so loved when they are wearing this beautiful shawl. Oh my gosh, you guys, just gorgeous. Cheryl, thank you so, so much for sending the 4 shawls and the granny squares. They're absolutely gorgeous. I love them. Wow. I'm so impressed with you guys. You guys are all so amazingly talented. Okay, we have 1 more box, and then I have a couple bags. Hang on. All right, you guys, so the last box that I have is from Terry, and she is from a town here in Illinois, and that is the card. Thank you, Terry. And she does say that she does not have cats. That was on the box. Yeah, that was on the box. She says, hi, Rose, sending August items early to beat the postage increase. Enclosed are loveys, amigurumi, and mobius fidgets. My daughter, Julie, made the Halloween amigurumis, and I made the rest. I love making loveys. Thank you for all you do. God bless you, from Terry. Oh my gosh, Terry, thank you so, so much. I was just at the post office yesterday picking these up, and I had to ship something, and the postage went up exponentially. So yeah, so the postage in my Etsy shop will be going up also just a little bit to compensate for that. Anywho, so these are all August donations, and that's totally fine. So she sent some loveys. Oh my God, look at that. That is so adorable. I love it. So we've got a dragon, and we have a cow. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. I love it. And some of the white yarn is sparkly. We have a Peppa Pig. Oh my gosh, it's adorable. I love it. Thank you so much for sending them, Terry. Here is a little Care Bear. Oh my gosh, this is like a Red Heart Super Saver yarn. Oh, I forgot what it's called. It's so pretty. I like the way you did the bottom. I just do straight granny square, but that is so pretty right there. And then we have a little lamb. Look at that little, look at the little lovey pocket for it. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. And then we've got this little guy too. This says Kid Connection. It's a walking pet. So it's, I don't know how you make it. Oh, you have to like press something. Oh my gosh, so adorable. So those are the loveys. And then we've got some amigurumi. Look at this cute little bat. Oh my gosh, I love it. Terry, tell your daughter thank you so much. Look at this frog. How freaking cute is that? Oh my gosh, tell your daughter thank you so much. Here are the little ghosts that her daughter made. Oh my gosh, don't they look like the little monsters from Pac-Man? Oh, if you made them in the right colors, so cute. So cute. Oh my gosh. And then she made some Mobius fidgets. So this is what a Mobius fidget looks like. It doesn't have to be this elaborate. It can be just like this. So I'll show you these guys. So there's four Mobius fidgets here. There's these three and then the big one. And then they're made in such a way that if you try and like unravel it, it never unravels. It's just like an infinity thing. So this is what the Mobius fidget is for August, if you guys want to get started on those. All right, so Terry, thank you so much for sending all of these items. I'm still going to deliver them. They have a meeting once a month in the evening that I can make, so I will be delivering all these items. I think it's next Monday, I think. So thank you so much. Okay, let me clear off the table and I'll show you all the other donations. Hang on. It's going to be quick, I promise. Hang on. All right, you guys. So last Sunday, I met up with Lynn. She is also local to me. And we met up at a store called The Greener Good, which I will show you what I got from there in just a second. And she wanted to drop off some shawls and some granny squares. So we met up, we shopped, and she gave me her bag. So let's see what her note says. She says, Rose, thanks for meeting me so I can hand off my donations. The shawls are all from Bag O' Day videos. I have attached notes on each one with details. The granny squares are from some leftover Flower Power yarn I had. Thanks also for taking my big bag of loveys. Oh, she did give me a bag of loveys, but I'll show you guys those in August. She says, I've been collecting stuffies for some time and it was great to finally finish that project. All my best to you and everyone who participates in these worthy charities, from Lynn. Okay, so she had some leftover, the Flower Power yarn, so she made the granny squares. And she wasn't complaining too much about, you know, having to adjust her tension and stuff like that. So we have all of those. And I know that they had some pink ones at the Generous Crafters and they turned them into scarves that were really, really adorable. So I'm not sure what they're going to do with these, but Lynn, thank you so much. There's like a dozen in here, you guys. And even if we could find some solid squares, I mean, this would be an adorable blanket, right? Oh, thank you so much, Lynn. I appreciate that. Okay, then we have shawls from her. So here, she's got notes on all of them. So let me read the note to you. I'll hold it up as I'm reading the note. So this one says, this is Bag O' Day Quick and Easy Shawl Pattern using a Karen Skinny Cake, and the color is Lime Twist. So I think I have that in the right way, the right side. So this is Bag O' Day Quick and Easy Shawl Pattern. And isn't it gorgeous? Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm going to show you a little bit of a close-up there. Oh, wow. Just beautiful, Lynn. She showed me on Sunday when she dropped them off, and I don't mind seeing them again. Okay, this one she said is by Bag O' Day, and it is called the 3D Shawl Pattern using Big Twist Shine in the color Lavender. And she said that she would not do this shawl again because it was a yarn eater and it took a lot of time. But look at how gorgeous that is. So Bag O' Day 3D shawl, and it's really heavy, you guys. It's kind of like the Karen Simply Soft, but this is like super duper heavy. That is so pretty also. Lynn, thank you so much for for meeting up with me and giving me shawls to the generous crafters. Okay, this one is also a Bag-O Day, and it is called the Post-Viral Shawl, using a Karen Skinny Cake in the color Spectrum. So I will show you guys that. Oh, wow, look at how pretty that is. Oh my goodness gracious. Thank you so, so much, Lynn, for that one. And then we've got one more from Lynn. And this one is called the Bag-O Day Annabelle pattern. And she used Lion Brand ice cream cakes in lemon meringue. Oh, isn't that so pretty? She said this one was really, really nice and easy because it's like the granny stitch and then just double crochets. It's almost like the granny merge, right? Lynn, thank you so much. I appreciate you. I had so much fun shopping with you on Sunday. So that is it from Lynn. And then I'm going to tell you, you guys, I had 4 people that wanted to donate shawls from my Etsy shop. And you still can do that if you want to. So I have a bunch of shawls still in my Etsy shop, and a couple people sent me messages that they wanted to purchase one of my shawls, and I am giving a half off discount. So 50% off. If you would like to purchase a shawl from my Etsy shop and donate it to the generous crafters, you just have to send me an email. Let me know which shawl you want to donate. I'll mark it down 50%, and then you can purchase it, and then I'll donate it for you to the generous crafters. So I had 3 people do that, and then I had, I'll tell you about the other one. So this first shawl that was donated from my Etsy shop is from Cheryl. She is from Washington, and she purchased my Lost Souls shawl to donate. So I am so excited. This is a pretty interesting shawl, in my opinion. I had the best time making this. I don't know that I would make it again. And I hope you guys can see the skulls there. Oh my gosh, it was so much fun to make this. And it was a lot of work. And I'm so, so excited that this gets to get donated to the generous crafters. So Cheryl, thank you so much for donating this from my Etsy shop. I really, really appreciate it. Then we have someone who purchased 4 of my shawls from my Etsy shop to donate. And this is from Ellen, and she is from Oregon. And she wanted to purchase 4 of my Rivulet shawls. Now, Rivulet is not my pattern. This is a pattern from Fiber Spider. So you can get the tutorial on Fiber Spider's channel. And I used on all of my Rivulet shawls that you're gonna see, because there's a couple more, I used a Premier DK Colors cake. And it is just like beautiful, drapey. I love the colors. So this is one of the ones that she picked to donate, and she got half off on that. She also picked this one. I'm so excited these are going to the generous crafters, you guys. So she picked this one also. I don't know if these colors are still available from the DK Colors, but they would be on the Premier website if they are. This is one of my favorite ones, but that's because it's purple. Here, you know what? I'm gonna move these off the table here so that we can see what the shawls look like, right? Let me get these off. There we go. There's a box over there. All right, so here is this one. Oh my gosh, you guys have to try it. It's such an awesome pattern. So it's called the Rivulet Shawl, Fiber Spider. And then this is the last one that Ellen purchased off my Etsy shop. It is this one right here. Oh my gosh, so pretty. So I believe all of my Rivulet shawls are now sold out in the Etsy shop, which is really, really exciting. Okay, so then we have this next donation is from Vanna. She's from Michigan, and she purchased 2 of my Rivulet shawls also. She also purchased one for herself, so that's getting shipped out on Saturday. So Vanna, thank you so much for donating the Rivulet shawl This one is so, so pretty. There's one. And then she also bought this one to donate, and she got half off on all of these shawls. So did Ellen, so did Cheryl, half off. So here is this one right here. It looks like there's, once it's worn, this will be fine. This was from being hung on a hanger, but that will work itself out. So thank you so much, Vanna, for donating that shawl. And then the last shawl that's being donated from my Etsy shop is from Tammy. And if you'll remember, Tammy, maybe a couple videos ago, sent me an envelope and said she wanted to use it to purchase some items for the Generous Crafters. So we had a discussion and we decided that this was going to be one of the items that she was going to be able to donate with her birthday money. This is also a rivulet shawl, and you'll hear that Tammy is going to donate something next month and the month after also. So she wanted to donate this one. So Tammy, thank you so much again for sharing your birthday money with the Generous Crafters. I appreciate it. And that's all the donations, and we're running really late, but I have to show you guys, since I met Lynn at the Greener Good, that is the name of the place that we met. It is like a reduce, reuse, recycle shop. They have like teacher supplies, arts and craft supplies, office supplies, and that's where I met with Lynn so she could bring me her donations. And all the yarn was 25% off, and it was the last day. So I did pick up some yarn for Paula that she's gonna run through her knitting machine for hats and scarves for the Generous Crafters. And then I also bought a ball of yarn for Philip, because Philip actually showed up to see what was going on. And then I got 2 bags full of yarn, and it was all 25% off. So let me get that and I'll show you what I got. And then I did more shopping the previous weekend. So I got to show you what I got there too, or Saturday. I don't even know what day it is anymore. Saturday, I did more shopping. Hang on. All right, you guys. Okay, first we're gonna go over some office supplies. So for some reason, I have a child that lives in my house who's not a child anymore, who steals all my office supplies. So they had a tape dispenser, which she took mine, and a stapler, which I don't know where mine is, and staples. I picked up all this. This was $1. These were $3 each. So hopefully I'm gonna put my name on those and my kid won't steal them. Then I realized that the item that I bought at Walmart to hold up the sides of my tent weren't gonna work. And I found these really big binder clips for $0.10 each. And I'm hoping that these work for what I need them to do to hold my sides up for my tent. So I don't remember, just like I bought like 9, like 3 for each side. So we're gonna see if these work. If not, they were $0.10 each. I don't know. They also had some beads there. So they had some pony beads, you guys. And these were not on sale. They were just whatever they were priced. And I'm using these so you guys can see what they look like. I'm using these for my fidget flowers and my fidget keychains. So this container was $3. So I picked that up. And then they had some bags. This was $2.20, just different colors. $2.20, and if you go to Hobby Lobby, they have these in bags, and I think they're $4.99 or $5.99. So I thought that was a pretty good deal. Then I got these 3 bags also. So I think I'm set on pony beads for a while. So the rest of this is yarn, and it was all 25% off the ticketed price. So you guys can see this monster ball, right? This is like one of those humongous balls that are like $30 or $24.99. And this was $5 and then 25% off. Seriously, I see a lot of frogs in my future with this. This is a mega ball. This is like a 400-yard ball of yarn for $5. So yes, I picked this one up and I took it. Okay, other blanket yarn that I got this one for $4. This one, these are full balls of yarn, you guys, $4 and then 25% off. So that means they were $3, right? So $3 for those, not bad. This one was $4.40. So a little bit more expensive, but I will use this for bees and for F-bombs. And then the last blanket yarn was this one, and it was $3.20. And I'm in the process of making chickens. So guess what? This is gonna be like the comb on the top of the chicken. All right, so then we have Caron Simply Soft. These were all $1.80 each. And I know they're Caron Simply Soft. These don't have labels, but this one does. And this one was $1.60. This one also is Caron Simply Soft, $1.80. This one is a Caron Simply Soft, was $1.50. Believe it or not, you guys, this is also a Caron Simply Soft. It was 90 cents. It is called Caron Simply Soft Shadows. I've never seen that before. That's obviously quite old, but it was 90 cents. And you guys, Caron Simply Soft works fabulous in my knitting machine. So I don't usually buy scraps, but you guys, this was 30 cents. Sparkly Big Twist Twinkle. There's enough there to do something, right? 30 cents. And then 25% off. I don't know about you, but I couldn't pass it up. I found this one for 90 cents. This is like maybe half a ball of yarn, and it's gotta be something from Hobby Lobby because it's really, really soft. I found this ball of cotton for $1.50. So this is almost like a full ball of like a sugar and cream, like a big ball. And it was $1.50 and then 25% off. I know I keep saying that, but seriously. Hirschner's worsted yarn. This was $2.30. These are normally $4.97. And then I got 25% off. I found this guy, True Colors from Yarn Bee. That was $2. Original price, $4.99. Big Twist Tweed. You guys, this was $1.80. $1.80. And then 25% off. And then the last two was this one for $1. You guys, this is Heartland. This is Lion Brand Heartland. This was 90 cents. I bet you that's also Lion Brand Heartland. I mean, I cleaned up there. That's all I'm gonna say. It was so much fun. I had a whole cart. Lynn had a whole cart. Philip had a basket. It was just, they had a lot of stuff there. Now, obviously, it's a reuse store, so there's never a guarantee they're gonna have anything there, but I thought I got a pretty good deal. So that was last Sunday. So then Saturday, the day before that, if you guys watch Lisa from Happy to Hook Creations, you will have already seen that we were hanging out on Saturday. It was amazingly fun. Lisa is the most incredible human being I've ever met in my life. If you guys are not subscribed to Lisa at Happy to Hook Creations, you have to go over there and subscribe and watch her and tell her hi. Okay, so this is how we normally do it with Lisa. We usually switch off. So one time that we meet up, I'll go down by Lisa, and the next time Lisa will come up here by us. And when I say us, I'm referring to Paula, Philip, and Carolyn and I, because we all drove down to see Lisa this time in Bloomington, Illinois. And then she drove up from where she lives, and we had a day of shopping. So we started out at Hobby Lobby. We went to Michael's, we had lunch together, and then after that, Paula, Philip, and Carolyn and myself, we went to, I think 2 Walmarts and 1 Meijer store to do some shopping. So, and Lisa gave me some stuff, and Paula gave me some stuff, and Philip had some stuff for me that he found at another Walmart previously that he got as a good deal. So I'm gonna show you all that. Hang on. All right, you guys, we're gonna start off with what Philip found at Walmart for me. He kind of travels around for a living, so he pops into Walmarts and Michael's and stuff and finds all kinds of good deals. So he was at a Walmart and he found these Bernat baby blanket frostings. They are tagged for $5. He got them for $2.50 each. I did pay him for these, just so you know. So check out your Walmarts and see if they have any of these. I think these are the only 3 colors that they have that I'm gonna show you. This one is called Seaside. So $2.50 for each one. $2.50. Okay, He also had this color, which was very berry, which is much prettier than what is showing up on camera. $2.50 each. $2.50 each. Now these I'm not so thrilled about, but I think they'll make a good chicken. This one is called Sunday Times. It's like grays and browns. For $2.50 each, yes, please, I will take them. So he did pick those up for me and I took them. Okay, so the next bag I'm gonna show you is, Paula wanted to give me some stuff out of her basement. The cat's not where her basement is. She has these stuffies, and I said, okay, well, if you give those to me, I'll take you to dinner or whatever. And then it turned out that I got her all that yarn from the Greener Good, so we're even. So she had these two in her bins, in her stuffy bin, and Stitch is a really popular thing right now because of the movie that just came out. And she also gave me 2 Minnie Mouses. So these I'm going to turn into loveys, and these will be up in my Etsy shop, and then I will take these to craft fairs. And then she also found a bag here of some Fs. I think that we have pretty much cornered the market on Fs from Hobby Lobby. Anything that was on clearance, I think every Hobby Lobby that's ever been to has been cleared out of all the Fs, and I have them all in my house. So thank you, Paula, for these. I will use these for F-bombs. If you're not sure what that is, go ahead and check out my Etsy shop. I do sell F-bombs in my Etsy shop. So we also, I'm going to show you some other stuff. We also went to a Michael's, and this was with Lisa. So you will have seen some stuff from Lisa from Michael's, but I'm going to show you what I got. I did get one ball of yarn because they had a 50% off coupon. Was it 50 or 60? Let me see. I think there was actually 2 coupons. But I'm going to show you what I got here. Here's the receipt. So let me tell you what I got. So I found this Karen skinny, it's not a skinny cake, it's a big cake, you guys. And this is a new color. It's called Love It. And I got this for 60% off. 60% off. So the original price was $12.99, and I got it for $5.20. And you can still get these. So I'm going to tell you about this. 10.5 ounces, 300 grams, 603 yards, 551 meters. It's 100% acrylic, 4-weight, machine wash and dry. Again, the color is Love It, made in China, and it is a Karen big cake. And I love it. Oh my God, I love it. Okay, and then if you watched Lisa, you did see that she got one of these shirts too. There were only like 2 that were like even a remotely like other than a size small. So these were like on sale after the Pride Month. And let me see what this t-shirt was going for. This t-shirt was $3.90. Yes, it was $3.90 for this t-shirt. Yes, please. I will take a t-shirt for $3.90. Okay, then I got this journal, and this was $2, so not bad for that. And then they had summer towels, originally $14.99. And these are 100% cotton, and these were on sale for $4.50. So they were 70% off. And there's 2 towels in each set. So that's a little bit more than I'd like to pay for a towel, but they're really, really cute. Yeah, sit back and relax. I also got myself a new glue gun, which I needed. And then they had these items also on clearance. These were $6.99 originally, and just some kitchen tools, and they were on sale for $2.10. So that was my haul from Michael's. Then I'm going to show you what I found at Meijer. Hang on a second. So we went to a Meijer in Bloomingdale, or not Bloomingdale, Bloomington, Normal area, where we met Lisa. And they had these towels on clearance. So they had this one towel for $1.50. And then they had this towel, a 2-pack set for $2.40. Grow with the Flow, and then that is the other one. And if you're wondering what I do with these towels, I make towel rings for them. You can find those in my Etsy shop also, and it's the ones that you can hang on your oven. So I got those for a pretty good deal at a grocery store called Meijer. And then we went to another Michael's and I found this guy on clearance for $5. This is the Michael's Fluffy Flex. And then they also had these beads on clearance. So these particular colors in the one Michael's were on clearance for $3 each. So this is just like clear, and this is like a gold clear. I don't know how to explain it. So we found these and this at another Michael's store. So then, you guys, I mean, seriously, when we go out shopping, we shop. Then we went to a Goodwill store, and I found Paula found a bunch of yarn. I found this one for $1.99. So this is an I Love This yarn. So this was $1.99. And then Philip got a bag, and there was some stuff in his bag that he didn't want. One of them was a Susan Bates hook, because I guess he doesn't use those. 6.5 millimeter hook. And this one was in the package, and I think it's like a 3.5 millimeter hook. So, oh, and then there were some beads in his bag too, and he gave me those beads for stitch markers. Okay, so I'm gonna show you what Lisa brought for me, because if you guys watched her video, you will see that I dropped her off some stuff. I think there was some Posh yarn. I don't even remember if she showed that or not. But she also, I bought her some stuff from Hirschner's. I didn't buy it from her. I just picked it up from her. She bought it. So she felt bad, and she felt like she had to bring me something, which is fine. You never have to do that, Lisa. So I've got a whole bag of cotton yarn. Here, we're going to see what she sent me, what she gave me here. Okay, so I think I was with her when we bought these. These were the old version of the Joann's Big Twist. So she gave me 4 of these, which are probably going to wind up being a market bag. And then she gave me 2 of these and 2 of these. And you guys, we can't get these anymore, because this, once like they discontinued this style, then they came up with that bigger, fatter cotton, and now it's all gone anyway, right? She gave me 1 of these and 3 of these purples. So that could be a market bag too. And then she gave me 2 of these grays, a peach and this brown one. And then she said she had, I don't know who gave me this hook. Someone gave me this hook. I think Lisa gave me this hook too. It is an 8 millimeter Susan Bates with the bamboo handle. And then she's like, Rose, I have buttons for you. So let me get these buttons out. Hang on. All right, you guys. Oh my gosh. I didn't even realize you bought all these buttons, Lisa. She must have found these on Hobby Lobby clearance and didn't tell me she found these. So I love these buttons. I use these for my towel rings. Lisa, are you sure you don't need these? Oh my gosh. Then she got me, there's so many in here. These. And then, so those were Hobby, yeah, those are all Hobby Lobby. These are all Hobby Lobby buttons. Oh my gosh. 3 of those, and then those little ones. We've got 2 different kinds of pink ones here. Oh my God, I love buttons, you guys. We've got these, whoops, right here. And then there's this red one here. There was a bunch of these little tassels. I don't know, did you need these, Lisa? And then we've got these. I love these buttons. Thank you so much, Lisa, for that. And then this is something, what does this say? Yarn chicken. I don't know what that is, but it's so cute. It says yarn chicken. I'm gonna have to check that out. So that was my gift from Lisa. And then you guys, yarn was on sale at Hobby Lobby, and I think this is going to be the end of the video because it's really long. But anyway, we were talking in the aisle, and there was a bunch of other customers there. We had a good time chatting, and we were talking about making bucket hats. And so we got some yarn for bucket hats. If you watch Lisa's video, you'll see she got a whole bunch of almost the same stuff that I got. So let me show you, hang on. All right, you guys, do you see this pile? Okay, so I'm gonna show you really quick what I got. There's a couple things that I got to make hair scrunchies, and it is and by the way, this was all 30% off. This is called Yarn Bee Velvety Smooth. It is it's not as soft as like the Bernat Velvet, and it's also not as soft as Juicy Couture, but it does work. So these were originally $4.99, and it's called Teal Green. And this one, they have a thinner one, which is a 4-weight. This is a 5-weight, and I really, really like this color. So I picked up 2 of this color, which there it is right there. And the rest of the items that I picked up, oh, you know what? This is also a velvety smooth. It's called Counting Cloud. And I thought that would be really pretty for a hair scrunchie, you guys. I have like a dark gray velvet, but I don't have something like this. So I think these are the only 2 that I picked up that are the Yarn Bee Velvety Smooth. So then we were looking at the baby yarn, and I was like, wait a second, this stuff feels just like the velvet yarn. So I was like, I'm gonna try this. Okay, this stuff is in the baby section. It is Yarn Bee Baby Bee Adorable. And I know a lot of people make amigurumi out of this, but you guys, it feels the same as the velvet yarn. I was like, and they're such pretty colors. So I decided I was gonna get a whole bunch of these, and I was gonna try these for scrunchies. They're 100% polyester. Also $4.99, 30% off. This one is called Viva Violetta, and there's 92 yards in there. So I only picked up 1 of each of these colors just to try and see how they would be for hair scrunchies. This is just called pink. This one is called red. This one is called navy. This one is called green tambourine. This one is called Happalicious. Look at that, for a hair scrunchie. And then this one is called Sprinkles. So I'm gonna try them. I will let you know how they work out for hair scrunchies. Okay, then I did pick up some blanket yarn. Not that I need it, but you guys, I've made octos out of these, and they're really good sellers because it's rainbow. So this is like their version of Bernat blanket yarn. It's called Cozy Occasion. This color is called Back to School. And these balls only have 101 yards in them. So if you get 2 balls, you're almost getting as much as a Bernat blanket. And these were 30% off of $4.99. So I picked up 2 of those. And then the only other normal yarn I picked up, oh my God, I love this color. This is Crafter's Secret Big Idea. And you guys, it's so pretty. The color name is called Fabulous. It's very fabulous. These are originally $11.99, so it was 30% off. And I'll tell you how many yards this has. 810 yards of fabulousness in that. I'm pretty sure I have one of these, but I couldn't resist. I had to pick up another one. So the other 2 that are not cotton are, I love this yarn. This one is a print, and it is called Surprise Stripe. And you guys, this works really well for like Minnie Mouse because it's got the black and the pink and the white in it. And then this one I just thought was really pretty, so I had to have it. This one is called Deep Sea Diving. And these are I Love This Yarn print. Okay, so I'm gonna show you the I Love This Cotton. So if you watched Lisa's video, you'll be like, oh, they just got the exact same yarn, pretty much. So the I Love This Cotton is, it looks like that. They're originally $3.99. The solids have 180 yards, and then the sparkle and the prints have 153 yards. The only one that has polyester in it is the sparkle one. Otherwise, they're 100% cotton. And I can use one of these, even the variegated ones. One will make a bucket hat. And I do have my bucket hats for sale in my Etsy shop if you want to check it out. So I only picked up one of each because that's all I really needed. This one is called White and it's Sparkle. This is called Khaki. This one is called Hot Rose. And I'm not combining any of them. I'm just gonna make one bucket hat out of each one. This is called Aspen, and this one is called Deep Teal. There's those. This one is called True Red, and this one is called Purple. So pretty. I cannot wait to make them. This one is called Amethyst, and this one is called Taupe. And I have two more solids. This one is called Forest, and this one is called Bright Citrus. And then the rest of these are all like prints or variegated. So this one is called Brights, and this one is called, does that say Moods? Woods. Woods, Moods, whatever. So that, these are all gonna be bucket hats, you guys. This one is called Spunky, which kind of looks like the other one that I just showed you. This one is called Sunlit Seafoam. And then we've got, this one is called Paris in June. It's got blues and yellows. This one is just called Teal. I know I got a lot, but I can get a hat out of each one of these, you guys. Cinnamon Cedar is that one. And then Harvest Hues is that one. And it doesn't take me that long to make these. I think I made like 5 during my last craft fair because it wasn't that busy at times. This one's called Walk in the Park. This one is called Denim Blue. And then the last one, no, 2 more. This one is called City Beat. It's got like grays and oranges. And this one is called Emerald Pine. Okay, then the other thing that I got that was yarn, this is all for market bags. These are the Crafter Secret Cotton. So it's kind of like a kitchen cotton, similar to like Lily Sugar and Cream. They're $2.99 a ball. This one is called the Fairgrounds, and they have 120 yards each in them. So I got 4 of each, because when I make my market bags, I need about 400 yards to do a market bag. So I got 4 of those. This one is called Mellow Fellow. I got 4 of those, so that will also be a market bag eventually. This particular one is only 95 yards, and it is called Potpourri Print. And you know what? If it's not enough to make a bag, I can easily add another color to that one. And then the very last one that I picked up also only has 95 yards to it, and it is called Caribbean. And that will also be a market bag. So that was all the yarn that I got from Hobby Lobby. They also had like their summer stuff half off. So I got some cups. $6.59 was the original price on these. So I got them for what, $3 for 6 cups, and they're pretty heavy duty. They also had these really pretty pony beads. I know I don't need any more beads, but look at how pretty these were. They were half off. They were $4.99, and they're like these really pretty pastel colors. I know I didn't really need them, but I wanted them. And then they had these really cute cutting boards that I think were also like half off. So they were like $2.50 for each of these. A lemon cutting board and a watermelon cutting board. And I don't know about you guys, but I have like the flexible cutting boards, and I've had them for a long time, so it was time to replace them. So that was my shopping trip. I think we went into another Walmart and didn't find anything. And then I don't think we went into another Michael's, and we did not go into another Hobby Lobby. We wound up eating dinner, me, Paula, Philip, and Carolyn. But we had a great lunch with Lisa from Happy to Hook Creations. I will link her down below. I really hope you guys go check her out. She's amazing. So that is it. I'm not going to show you any more finished objects because this video is really long. And the person who won the project bag from 2 videos ago still hasn't gotten back to me, but we're not going to give that bag away in this video. We're going to wait until the next video. So you have to tune in for the next video. So let me know what you think about the angels. Like if you have a pattern that you use for your angels for random acts of crochet kindness. Let me know if you want to purchase a shawl for my Etsy shop. You have to send me an email so I can mark the shawl down. I appreciate everyone who is sending in donations for the Generous Crafters. They're pretty excited when they see us coming with all the donations. You guys are absolutely amazing. So that's all I have for you today. I have no craft fairs this weekend. I don't know what I'm doing this weekend. I'm probably going to sit and crochet a market bag or a hat or something, a frog. I don't know. Let me know what you guys are working on. All right, I'll talk to you later. Take care. Bye.